want to impress your crush or maybe spice up family dinner a little bit, I got you covered. We got filet mignon with a gorgonzola cream sauce and caramelized onions. This is by far my favorite dish to make. So let's get cooking. So let's get some water boiling and preheat our oven to 400 degrees. There are 3 main components to this dish: the gorgonzola sauce, the steak, and the caramelized onions. For our gorgonzola sauce, we're gonna be using some heavy cream to start. Once we get that reduced down a little bit, we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese and then some gorgonzola as well. Now, of course, we wanna add some salt and pepper like every sauce needs. All right, I don't have a whisk. I know, I'm a broke college student. A fork will do just fine. Let's get that cheese nice and melted. While that's reducing, we gotta heat up the pan for our steak. We want this thing really hot. It's always best to salt the steak beforehand, the day before, and then let it rest in the fridge. But you can do it right before and it's just as good. So that's what we're doing. You gotta be very generous with your seasonings on the steak. Get that nice flavor real packed in there so it'll have a nice crust. You're gonna throw some oil. Make sure that coats the whole pan. Want that nice and sizzling. Once it's you get good color about a quarter of the way through, then want to flip it. Usually it's about 2 minutes on each side. Add about 1/3 of a stick to 1/2 a stick of butter. We're gonna see how this goes for now. Make sure this coats all around the steak. All right, we're gonna want to add our garlic. I'm gonna be fairly generous with it. Usually you're gonna use fresh garlic. Fresh is always best, but like I said before, I am a broke college student on a budget. Now we're also gonna add some rosemary. Again, better fresh. And some thyme. You're gonna wanna spoon that right over the steak. Get it all nice and juicy. All right, now it's ready to go in the oven so we can cook it all the way through in the middle. Today we're using Ziti. Typically with this dish, I like to use fettuccine, but this is all I got today, so that's what we're using. All right, so let's peel this onion real quick. Get that gross shell off the outside. Tip, when cutting onions, actually, if you don't want to cry, believe it or not, if you leave your mouth open, you won't cry. I'm just doing a basic rough chop of them, honestly. They're just gonna be going right over the dish when I caramelize them. All right, so I'm just gonna test these real quick. Those are perfectly cooked, I can feel it. All right, guys, let's check the temperature of our steak. I'm looking for about 135 to 145 for a medium to medium well. All right, that's right in that range, perfect. Now we're gonna caramelize the onions. Add a little bit of oil. Put it on about medium heat. All right, so once you get these onions, get a little bit of color on them, get them nice and browned up, we're gonna add our port wine and then our balsamic vinegar glaze. Reduce it down, get all the good stuff to cook off, and our dish is essentially complete. Pasta should be about done, so I'm gonna drain this. While we're cooking, we're using wine. Might as well pour a glass for myself.
Yeah.
Bon appetit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Throw our pasta in with the cheese. Oh, that looks beautiful. Beautifully cooked right there. Nice medium steak. And that's how you make filet mignon.
Hey, yo, this shit's actually good.
I told you, dude. That might be one of the best steaks I've ever had. Made in the dorm, in the college dorm. Now let's start plating. First we'll add our pasta. Let's add that steak right on top of there. And our caramelized onion to top it. Final garnish on. Try it all together. What is meant to be eaten. can already tell that that steak is juicy. All right. That might be the best thing I've ever cooked. I'm not even, no bullshit. That's a perfect 10. You will impress your crush. You will impress your family. This is gonna be your new favorite recipe.